Manchester United are once again weighing up their long-term options in the dugout as the search for Ruben Amorim's permanent successor continues. While Michael Carrick appears to have steadied the ship, the shadow of Zinedine Zidane looms large over Old Trafford. The legendary former Real Madrid manager has been out of work for years, but Wes Brown believes the lure of the Premier League may tempt him. United find themselves at another pivotal crossroads as the 2025-26 season enters its final stretch. The turbulent era of Amorim has left the board searching for a leader who can finally bring sustained stability to a club that has become synonymous with managerial turnover. While Michael Carrick has performed admirably as the interim head coach, restoring a sense of calm and identity to the squad with 3 straight wins, the lure of a high-profile manager remains a constant topic of conversation within the corridors of Old Trafford. Among the elite names consistently linked with the vacancy is Zidane. The Frenchman has been away from the touchline since his second departure from Real Madrid in 2021, and his continued unemployment remains one of football's greatest enigmas. Zidane has famously rejected numerous advances from Europe's top clubs over the last 5 years, with many insiders suggesting he has been waiting specifically for the France national team job after the World Cup. However, with the international setup remaining stable for now, the question is whether the 3-time Champions League winner could finally be persuaded to test himself in the unique crucible of the Premier League. Former United defender Brown believes that the club's history of appointing high-profile managers makes the current search particularly difficult. Speaking to Betting Lounge, Brown identified Zidane as the dream candidate to take the reins if the club decides to move in a different direction this summer. For Brown, the Frenchman possesses the specific aura and personality required to command a dressing room that has seen several high-profile coaches come and go without success. United have had so many big-name managers that it's tough, Brown explained. I'd throw Zinedine Zidane in there. I'd love that. But again, it is about personalities. Brown's endorsement of Zidane stems from the belief that a manager of his stature would not only demand immediate respect from the players but also provide the fans with the world-class appointment they have craved. However, the ex-England international also cautioned that any new appointment must be perfectly aligned with the club's structure to avoid the friction that has plagued previous regimes. One of the primary concerns for any overseas appointment at Old Trafford is the lack of prior experience in the English top flight. Brown pointed to the struggles of recent managers who arrived from foreign leagues and found the adaptation process difficult. Both Erik ten Hag and Amorim struggled to maintain consistency and avoid internal conflict, leading to their eventual departures. Brown believes the board must learn from these disputes to ensure the next permanent manager is ready from day one. Is it going to work getting in someone who's not worked in the Premier League? I think that's a big one too, Brown noted. You don't want to be in the same position as we were with Erik ten Hag or Ruben Amorim. You can't be having disputes along the way. It has to be clear from day one what the situation is, what the setup is, and I think that's very important going forward. Despite the glamour associated with names like Zidane, the man currently in the seat is making it increasingly difficult for the board to look elsewhere. Carrick's transition from coach to interim manager has been met with widespread approval from the supporters, who see him as a link to the club's most successful era. Brown admitted that while something clearly went wrong behind the scenes with Amorim, Carrick has done enough to prove he is more than just a temporary fix. Obviously there was something going on behind the scenes with Ruben that wasn't correct, and then you have to get rid of another manager. It doesn't work, Brown concluded. We won't get carried away about Michael, but at the same time I think the majority of fans would say he's doing a great job, and a good enough job to stay on.